If you be so kind, brother, Jonathan, when I'm done talking in just a second, pray us in. Class today, we're going to talk about the Veggie Hall conference we have and a few words in Ponca and a few small phrases in our Ponca language. Here in a second, one of our brightest students, Jonathan, he's going to go ahead and say a prayer, and then we're going to continue this class, and we're going to get on the whiteboard. Sean.
Wiblaha. Wakanda Ombade Wiblaha. Just give you thanks this day. Thanks for this day, for this holy day that you have given us, and this opportunity to meet and to work on the language together. I pray for wisdom. I pray for strength for the whole group, for healing to come to everyone, to all the Ponca people, and to help us to become good teachers. I pray this in Jesus' name, that you walk with us on this journey each day. Amen.
Oh, there you go. Okay, so I'm looking for that word in the dictionary. Tadonhe. I don't see it. Oh, then. Nope. That what's not in there. Okay, so here in a second, I'm getting ready to get on this whiteboard. I got to put something on here real quick. Give me a second. Recorded.
That's how you used to pick them up. You know how to eat peas with butter knife? Put peanut butter on that knife.
Oh, that makes sense.
Butter by Wegday. Knife, mahi.
What the hell is this? I didn't hear what you said, Barbara.
Is butter by Wegday?
Yeah,
Knife, mahi.
yeah. When you say butter though, bah, wiggly. You put too much. You put too much on the A of the WE.
Knife, mahi.
Yeah. Well,
So butter knife would be Bawegli mahi or mahi Bawegli.
no, because if you say a butter knife, you would say mohi. Uh, hold on.
Bawegli, butter. Bawegli. Mahi, knife.
Wait.
Butter knife. Ponca ie I would take on. Indadwa.
Okay. To say a butter knife, you would have to say mohi abi shnide. Mohi abi shnide. Abi shnide. That literally means to spread with,
Ah.
to spread on.
Mahi, mahi
Abi
abishnide.
shnide.
Abishnide. Mahi
Yes.
abishnide. Weepahu. So what if you wanted to make a big, big, big fat sentence and say, I spread the butter with the butter knife.
I spread the butter.
With the butter knife.
Never heard it said like the way you just said it.
What is it?
Butter knife.
Everybody has
How did you
different.
how did you hear it, Grandpa?
How'd you hear it?
How how did you hear it?
Did you hear me?
Yeah, no, I didn't hear what you said. I didn't hear how you heard it.
Monje Wiggly. Monje Wiggly.
Okay. Okay, wait a minute. I never heard that word. Monje means to chop something up, though, to dice it like this. Well, I never heard it said the way you said it, but it's like this. Look, and you say wait, and if you say wiggly, Grandpa, wiggly, that means when you just use that word right there, wiggly, that means gas or oil. So I don't know, but the way you just said it was monje. My left hand ain't doing this spiffy job. That's the way I'm sitting. I don't know that way, but either way, but it sounds like you're saying this. But Malke, I never heard. Only way I heard Malke is when when you're talking about the sky. I don't know. It could be. I just never heard it. But if you're talking about Malkuwe, that's still talking about dicing something up. It's got no meaning whatsoever as you're spreading it on or spreading with. Either way, so I don't know. You guys can make a notation of that. Grandpa said that he heard butter knife Monje Wiggly, and I'm not saying it's not correct. I just don't know it. Could be. Let's see if Grandpa has anything on it. He may. No, sad to say, there's nothing. But we could go to the Ponca side. Let's see what we got. Okay, so right now we're looking for if there's anything in what Texas we got that we're using as references that might have what we're talking about in here, butter knife. Wow. Okay, I found whoa, Mocha talking about a sky. Mahu is talking about carving or cutting or chipping at something. I don't know. I don't know. Make a notation on that though. That Grandpa said that Moche wiggly is a butter knife.
I got it.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, now what was the sentence you wanted to make again, sister? You spread, what'd you call it? You said you spread butter, or what'd you say? Can you hear me,
Sorry,
Barbara?
my mic was off. My mic was off. I spread the butter with the butter knife.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait. Spread the butter. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. We're gonna go with what Grandpa said on there, but I'm gonna show you these other ones, what they mean. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Oh, Pete. Sneer there. Wiggle. Ba wiggle, monge wiggle. Oh, Pete. Sneer there.
Wegdiaka machi wegdi apishnide. Apishnide. We
Oh, Pete. Sneer there. Oh, get that dog out of here with that deal. Leave it outside. Take that off its neck and leave it outside the house. I don't care. Leave it out there. Hey, shut that window and that door. The smoke's out of here now. You gotta squeeze them things together. Everybody go and get the dog out of here. You bit my cord. She battles it. I just love her though. Okay, Grandpa, go ahead and say this sentence. We're gonna go around and say it 2 times. Take your time when you say it for the pronunciation. All of you, please.
See, it says, Bawegliaka, Manche, Wegli, Api, Snide, Snide,
No.
Api, Snide. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Wegdiaka mach wegdi apishnide.
Say the second one, the second to the last word again.
Okay, wegdi.
Monfe Wiggly.
Okay, wegdi.
Yes. Okay, right here, this is the conjugation. Hang on, ladies. Obesity, that means to butter something or spread it, like you're spreading it on butter on the bread. And that's the I conjugation is apishnide. Go ahead, Sister Debbie.
Wiggly, aka, make, wiggly, apishnide.
Correct. Barbara.
Wegdi aka. Mahewegdi apishnide.
Go ahead and say it all over again.
Wegdi aka. Mahewegdi apishnide.
Correct. And you corrected yourself the first time, but I wanted you to say the whole sentence right.
Okay.
Okay, let's go on to some other sentences real quick. I'm at 100%. I don't understand. Somebody knocking? Dudes? Shut that door when you go out, son. When I get paid on Friday, I'll buy your dog a collar or better leash because that one's not safe. Go ahead and translate that way. Translate this for me and also give me another way to say it because there's another way to say the same thing. That word says Waqta wa jeglan du bashkana. 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 Hey, hey. What'd I say? Idana Egepea. What did I say? Waqta wa jeglan du bashkana. Hey, hey.
Do you want 2 eggs? Fry 2 eggs?
Hey, China. No, if you want to fry 2 eggs, you would say, Weta
Oh,
te
some of them are
nomba
flour.
wajegla kumbla.
4 flowers or 4
No.
bananas or fruit.
Get it, Grandpa. Good try, though. Real good try. And it does have the possibility of being that, but the context of the sentence is already laid. Whenever you just say, Waqta wajegla do, but what you said about 4, it does have a possibility. But when you have shkana at the end of it, it kills that possibility. Or some might say it could still mean that. So on that one, It could be either or, I would say, because you have the possibility to do it one way and the possibility to do it another way. But each way, it would. But does it make sense to you? Because you would have to visually be seeing what we're talking about. If I'm asking if you want something in this particular, what this noun is, but I'm not going to say what it is because I want you guys to get it right. It's easy to tell you guys what it is, but would you tell them, Grandpa? Use your Ponca mind and get rid of that English.
I don't know.
Anybody.
Guacta, is that a flower like a bloom or cabbage? Wajegong is like fried or baked. Do you want some? That's my guess.
Okay, anybody else? Don't be afraid to attempt it. Don't be scared. Don't be scared to try.
Give me a second here.
You know, eating onions. Hey, Tom. Looks like you're ready to go sleep.
It went away. Pie.
This word right here has multiple meanings. Fruit. What the hell is it? God damn, it's Elijah.
Does it mean flowers also?
Yes, it does.
Okay,
But
because
it
that's
also
where
means
I was
fruit.
going with the sentence.
Yeah.
Has multiple meanings.
Multiple meanings. Just like this has two meanings. It means some, S-O-M-E, or it means for, the number for, F-O-U-R. So somebody please translate it to me.
Do you want some pie?
Yes. 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 You guys are the greatest students in the world. You're getting it. You guys are getting it when you think you're not getting it. Walked-on, Wajayla. Shay, Ujayla. Both mean pie. They both mean pie.
And Juba can mean for or some.
Yeah. We have some words that mean 5 meanings. There may be some that have 6 or 7. I don't know. But we have a lot that mean 4. Some 5. That word "shon," that could be said in all kinds of ways.
And shkona is you want. Gombra.
Yeah.
She wants crumble. I want.
I'll be asking me for a cigarette. I'll come here, please. I'm gonna take a break. Grandpa, anybody out there that ever smoked some good stuff, when you say baked, wajegla, when you say all wajegla means I'm baked. Ethan. Go ahead and disregard that last remark.
Heck no, if you was sitting in my house right now, you'd be baked.
I know.
It's that hot out here. I'm sitting here sweating in my black t-shirt. Gee, so that would fit at my house.
Okay, class, let's try to figure this joint out real quick. Hang on real quick. I'm gonna mute this because I'm gonna turn my phone on. I'm going to sit outside.
Can you hear me, Eagle? Oh, he said he was going to mute it. Grandpa, maybe you know. He said, "She ujegla" also means pie. She ujegla. But does that just mean apple pie? She?
Yeah, apple pie.
Apple pie.
Hello.
Hi. I was just asking Grandpa if she ujegla means apple pie.
It really does mean that, but also the majority of the people don't say Wakata Wajeglan. It's still understood and said, but now everything in modern times has just went purely to Shea Ujeglan for any type of pie.
Okay.
But does it mean
Thank you.
apple pie? Yes, it does.
Thank you.
Yeah, if you have to have content with that sentence. You have to be talking about different kinds of pie.
He is correct.
That's right.
Grandpa, you're so correct, Grandpa.
So she ujegla, apple pie, or any kind of pie. What if I said nompontonga ujegla?
What's Numpontong? Are you talking about like cherry?
Big cherries. Yes.
No, it would just be cherry because Numpon means choke cherry. If you say Numpontonga, that's like saying big choke cherry, but a cherry is bigger than a choke cherry. So today, if you were to say Numpontonga, you're just talking about cherry, but not big cherry because that's the word that's designated for cherry. I mean, I don't know if it says that in the dictionary, but that's what I was told as a little boy. But Numpon means choke cherry.
So if you were using the big cherries like from the grocery store, how would you say it?
Nampon, Ponca. That just means cherry. Don't mean big cherry. It literally means big choke cherry. Literally. You got to remember, we ain't never seen no cherry until they came here. There are any parts of the where the Ponca been, it's never been that word cherry. It's only been nampon for a choke cherry.
Mm-hmm. I made some wojapi last night. What do you call
That's
it? Wojapi.
that's Lakota.
Yes. How do Ponca say wojapi?
I don't even know what that word means. But I heard Lakota say it.
It's like a fruit pudding.
Right, they
We don't
usually
have a fruit.
pronounce it
We don't have a fruit
wojapi.
pudding. We got a corn pudding called only pudding that I ever know that we have. It's corn pudding. It's called gee, mm, I'll think about it here in a little bit. I don't know. It might be in that dictionary. I don't know, but it's the only pudding the Ponca I've ever known was corn pudding. And now in modern time, they use that exact same word for any pudding, except for if you use vanilla pudding, you would. Oh my God, how can I not forget that? But for vanilla pudding, you would just put ska. If you put chocolate pudding, you would say shabe. Damn, I can't remember. Now it's bothering me. Connie, look in there. I mean, Barbara, look in there and see if it's what pudding is, or corn. It might be under just corn pudding.
The wojapi that I have had is made out of plums and wild cherries. And
Right.
it's really
Pudding. Pudding.
they didn't refer to it as pudding. I don't know where that came from.
Ombagve pudding.
I was just
What's it
told
called?
it's like a syrup. The way they told,
Okay. So either way, I don't know what wajapi means. You guys obviously got two translations. What is your translation of it? Get that damn thing off of it. What is your translation of it?
I asked what it was when I had feathers on my head. Hung on my head at Bearview.
Huh?
When I had feathers hung on my head at Bearview, they told me to go get some gifts. There were jars of bear grease and jobs of wojapi. And so I did, and I asked them, what is this? And they just said it's like a syrup. It's like a cherry and plum syrup, but it's thick. It's really good. Incredibly
Like pudding?
good. No, not that thick. It's like molasses kind of thick, but not quite like molasses. It was like a thick maple syrup. Only it was cherry and plum. I mean, it was absolutely delicious.
Okay, so the Lakota definition of woja is to cook porridge, cook mashed things, cook pudding. Wojapi would be a pudding, porridge, or stew. From the Lakota dictionary.
Well, that sounds like it could be a whole number of things then, huh?
Could be a whole number of things. Well, the people that I was around, the Lakotas that I was around, who said, hey, it's just like syrup. They didn't have a definition for it. Just it's wojapi. That's it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
So
Anyway,
quit trying
we
to
got-
describe it and get some gifts. The chief grabbed my arm and said, I thought I told you to go get some gifts. Now go get some gifts. And I said, I was just waiting for the women and children to get some gifts first. He goes, I said, go get some good gifts. Make sure both your arms are full. And so I did.
Well, that sounds like he wanted some stuff.
I had jars of that stuff, and it was so good. And the bear grease too. I gave it as gifts to people, but it was really, everybody really liked it.
When I used to make wojapi, we'd dip our fry bread in it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's thick enough that you could dip stuff in it, and it would, it's pretty thick.
I found the Ponca word for pudding. Ombagde. Ombagde. Pudding sweetened ground corn cooked in water.
Okay, so what'd you say it was called in the dictionary?
Ombagde.
Oh,
Ombagde.
yes, that. Oh, bugly. I believe that's the same. That's the same word as corn pudding. But like I said today, it's used as pudding. But you can't like how they use that word wojapi. You can't use it the same way in Ponca. We have designated words for each of them. Porridge and soup is tani. There's no distinction of similarity in them. And if you was to say syrupy, you already know it's a. Grandpa, tell him what syrup is.
Johnny snoo snoo.
That is
Johnny,
correct.
That's
And
one
if
of my
you
favorite words.
and if you was to say it was syrupy, you would say oshnushnu. So anyway, we got sidetracked on that. We got it correct on that. Oh my glad. Tony, this Johnny Snoo. Three different distinct words, and maybe they have that too. Maybe they don't. I don't know. I can't speak on their language. But let's get back to this sentence here. Translate that. Shetana duba awa bahu again. Shetana duba awa bahu again. And this word could also be just said like this way. I wrote the top one down for teaching purposes, but it's also used to teach in Ponca. But you guys might understand Shaitana Duba. Okay, again. Shaitana Duba. Bahu again.
I still have something to give.
No, not even close. Use your dictionaries.
Is it
See how
something like we will be writing something still?
close, but it's still not correct. Too obscure.
I came back to write the same, some of the
No.
same.
In the dictionary, it says Agni, come back. He, she, it, they come back, returning to a previously occupied place or station. Come home refers to a person who's been away and has now come home. Number 2 refers to the seasons and animals, as in the winter has returned or the geese have returned. But it's also the verb to sit.
Let's see what I got wrote down. On page 348, go to 348 in the first column in the middle.
Agni, first person singular, sit. I sit. To sit on something.
What do I have wrote down on the whiteboard?
You don't have it with a sedilia under the I, and that means sit. Without the sedilia under the I, it talks about coming back. Little tail under the I.
Yeah, but in Ponca, like I said, especially when we go into conjugated form, we drop that nozzle. I don't know who it is.
Okay.
Still yet I sit and I write.
Tell your mom.
I'm sitting and writing some still.
Closer. Oh.
Help. Help.
Wawika.
You guys you got it wrote down?
Yeah, and is the AWA part of a conjugation, or is that a word by itself? Because it's another. Is it a word for where?
No, it's not. It's a conjugation of that I'm still writing them. And
Hey, so
so it
and I
says
write.
I'm still sitting here writing. Could we translate it like that, or I'm still sitting there writing them, and whatever he's writing or she's writing down, it could mean because it's talking about them. Remember, like I told you guys before, all verbs have multiple classifications. Awabahu, pahu.
I to them. I just looked back on our notes.
That's correct.
Okay.
And that's what you guys got to do. All the notes that you have, do your best to write them down. Keep them where they're handy. Because it's not that I'm trying to be mean about it or some type of way. I've told you guys some of this stuff before, and in this particular case, more than one time. And so I'm just trying to get you to go over what you already have, to remember what you done wrote down. You guys got this.
That's great. I like doing this, trying to decipher the sentences.
It's going to be really important because, like I said, we still got hundreds and hundreds, over a few thousand verb conjugations. But once you learn the foundation of the three singular, first person, second, third person, singular, and then you got the first, second, and third person plural. Once you get those are foundations. Once you got them, and then we can go into all kind of verb conjugations that have prefixes, infixes, and suffixes. They'll have them all. You just have to try and remember what we got wrote down. And in some cases, I'll know when we didn't do it, when we don't got it, when I didn't teach it to you. And so I'll have to be more lenient and have to go over it and talk about it. But it's just going to take consistency and to want. Grandpa, do you have any comments?
No, I'm still looking through my dictionary.
I only got 1 page left in my notebook, and there's 7 minutes left in class.
It's good. Okay, so on this word, when you say shaitana, duba, awabahu, ugly, that just means that just means I'm still sitting here writing some down.
Yeah. That's what I came to.
That would be correct then.
How would you do? Here's a sentence for you. In English. How would you translate Ponca yete awatego? How would you translate? How would you say, let me not to the marriage of true minds admit impediments?
How would you say that in Ponca?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I guess I'll have to work on that one.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard that said. You know, I'm sure we could try to put something together, but that's something that's English said. You know, you could simplify that and probably get the best Ponca sentence out of it.
Yeah.
So simplify it.
You can't. It's Shakespeare. It is simplifying. Blame me not to the marriage of true minds admit impediments. Love is not love, which alters when it alterations finds, or bends with the remover to remove. Oh no, it is the ever fixed mark, which looks upon the tempest and is never shaken. And it goes on and on and on. It's his most famous sonnet. I was just wondering because I like that line. And this sentence made me think of that line. I sit and I write still about something that never changes. And then it made me think about that. Love me not to the marriage of true minds and mid impediments. Of being something constant.
It could be translated.
I know it can. I'll give it my best shot and see what I can come up with.
Send me the poem on Messenger on my text message, and we'll go over it.
I will. It's a great poem.
Or if you got a picture of it, send it.
Yeah.
We'll do that on our own time.
Yeah, we'll do that on our own time. Another one I would like to do is start with Psalm 57 and translate that psalm and memorize it.
Text it to me.
I will.
Oh, I've been up all morning. Been out in the sun, and as soon as I get off work, I went and did an hour's worth of work. And as soon as I get off, I got one more hour's worth of work, and I'm done for the day. I'm exhausted already, but I gotta finish what I started.
That's
Diane,
good.
go ahead and pray us out.
Deb?
I mean, Debbie.
Okay.
I'm so tired. She ain't even on it.
Father in heaven, we thank you for this time, Lord, this opportunity to learn the Ponca language, Lord. I just pray that you'll bless all of our efforts, Lord, and help us to understand and learn. And I just pray that you'll be with everybody tonight, keep everybody safe, and thank you. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Oh.
Keep going home.
Bye, guys.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good luck.
Good night, John boy.